Z01 is our culmination of performance, design, technology, but this is the car that kind of goes to the limit for the track, the strip, and the street. This is the car you want to take to the drag strip. This is the car you want to take to the track. This is the car you want to be out on these great Michigan roads, if you can find one, or wherever you live, and just let it go. It is the best. I absolutely love the 5th gen ZL1, but we always push ourselves to get better. And we've learned, we've got more technology on this car. You're starting out with a car that's 230 pounds lighter. Imagine me not in the car. I'm a little bit more than 235, 238. But anyway, after last night, maybe 240. So imagine this much mass out of your 5th gen ZL1. That's a lot of weight. All right, and so and it's in a smaller car, and we've got 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. So we up the horsepower. From a technology standpoint, this also has the electronic limited slip differential. We've got custom launch control, and I want to spend a minute on that. Custom launch control is like nothing you've seen before in this segment. You can basically go through the steering wheel controls to get your DIC to come up, go down and select custom launch control. You got to be in track mode, and you got to be in here, and you got to have the park brake off. Go over and select line lock. You know what line lock is? Hope so. But you go in line lock, and you've got you push the brake pedal on instruction, and you get to 80 bar pressure, or when the bar goes all the way to the right. You have 15 seconds to just go nuts with a burnout. You've now locked the front brakes. And if you saw the smoky video that we did when we announced the pricing, that was just, it was awesome. It was, I mean, that's what you can do. Now, little secret is you hit the select and the cruise cancel button, and you can roll out of your burnout. So when you're at the drag strip, it gives you a nice chance to do a great smoky burnout, get your tires prepped, or if you're just showing off, it gives you a chance to do a pretty nice burnout. Because of the electronic limited slip differential on this car, you can actually go in and change the launch RPM. So we have a driveline engine protect RPM limit on the car. You can go in and up that to 4,000 RPM. So you want a little higher rev burnout or higher rev launch, you can go in and select that. You can also select based off of track surface. So if you're on a prep surface, or you're on a paved street or a parking lot like this, you can go in and select so the car knows what kind of street surface you're on, and it will help you with your diff, give you the best burnout possible for that road condition. So that's line lock. It's very cool. It's under custom launch control. Of course, this has a PDR as well. The manual, just like all the V8s in the 6th gen, have rev matching. The other huge news is that we are very proud to be the first car in the world to introduce GM's new 10-speed automatic. It's phenomenal. I'm going to tell you, I'm a manual car guy my whole life. If I'm buying a ZL1, it's going to have the 10-speed. I'm not kidding. The great thing about the 10-speed is not an 8-speed with 2 more gears. It is a new design, and it is phenomenal. It takes advantage of all the technology that's out there. I'll just give you a little, for instance, the paddle shifting on the steering wheels. When you go through the paddle shifting, the shift time, the actual time that you command the shift execution, is faster than a PDK, faster than any dual clutch that in the world, McLaren, Porsche, faster shift times, and you know what the faster shift times mean. In fact, if we had gone to an electronic switch instead of the paddles, you'd feel like you were in an F1 car. I mean, it's that fast. Just phenomenal. I know the other thing is 10 speed seems like, man, that's going to be awful busy. It's got so much software capability in this controls of the 10 speed. There is no shift busyness. We have features in it that will basically, it understands from all of the input I mentioned with wheel speed, yaw, pitch, sensor, steering wheel position, throttle, braking, it takes all that into account, and it knows if you are doing some spirited driving or racing, And so when you command a downshift, it will hold revs for you before it wants to continue to downshift based off of your engine speed, because if it thinks you're on the track, it doesn't want you to lose any engine power. It will hold your power for you, and then when it realizes that maybe you were just making a pass, maybe you're just having fun, it will settle back into the proper downspeed gear. So it's technology like that makes General Motors a leader, and our propulsion team, and they've done a phenomenal job with the 10-speed. I think it's, in my opinion, I wasn't around when the small block came out in 57, but in my opinion, this 10-speed is that monumental that people will be talking about the GM 10-speed 50 years from now. It's that, in my opinion, going to be that legendary. And I'm so proud that we're able to introduce this on the Camaro ZL1. So, I could go through all the brakes and everything. You're all familiar with that. But this car here, from the factory floor with proper engine braking, is 11.4 quarter mile at 127 miles an hour. So you talk about a car that's ready for the drag strip. This thing's phenomenal. You can imagine that production car, 11.4. That's our number. I'm sure some of you will get better than us. I'm sure some of you will tweak cars and get under 11. Can't wait to see it. And to do that with 3.5, 0 to 60, this car is awesome. So we still have a lot of performance numbers we're going to share with you, but it's kind of like if we share with you everything today, then you're done. You know it all. So we're gonna tease you a little bit between now and when we come out into production. I will say that since we are the first user, it is not dictated by our start of production. It's dictated by when it's ready. So there will be a stagger in the launch. I don't know if you've probably read that. We will come out with the manual transmission first. This will be a staggered launch. So all that detail you'll see on your Chevrolet.com website when it's available. We're still in our development phase. We're building cars here online at LGR. You'll see them around town. You'll see them on Facebook and everything. We're getting the bugs out before you get your hands on them. So we like to try to find everything we can so you don't have to tell us if there's a problem with the car. I have the best team in the business. Everybody is a passionate Camaro fanatic on my team. In fact, my team, I think, is behind me and around. Everybody that's on the Camaro team, raise your hand. Everybody, we love it. I'll go around it, but you have a chance to talk to them all day. We never sleep. Matt, he's our program engineering manager for the ZL1 and the 1LE. He was here earlier in the week with the LGR folks building on third shift. That's the kind of commitment it takes to get a car like this out on the road. So, like I said, when I say we never sleep, we never sleep. Lansing Grand River never sleeps. So, that's a general overview shown here with the roof stripe, accessory roof stripe. It's quite a package. So, I'll entertain some questions. If I go blank or I don't hear you, it's because you've asked me a question I'm not going to answer anyway.